Good evening, scholars and families. This is the very first PBS bedtime story. We are bringing you some Friday night bedtime stories for you to enjoy. Our first book is our book of the year, What Do You Do with an Idea? And I chose this book to read for our first bedtime story because it is about what's important at Paso Verde School and what we hope from each of you scholars. So let's read this book together tonight. I'm in my pajamas and I'm ready. So you get into a cozy space with your family and get ready for a good story. What do you do with an idea? It's written by Kobe Yamada and illustrated by May Besum. One day, I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered, what do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it. I acted like it didn't belong to me. But you can see, this idea's following. But it followed me. I worried what others would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away and I didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. The idea is getting bigger. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. It grew bigger and we became friends. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. And at first, I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do, and it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it, I played with it, but most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. I built it a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it could be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because it said, it is good to have the ability to see things differently. I couldn't imagine my life without it. And scholars, this is Mrs. Jarrell's favorite picture in this book. This illustration is important to me because the whole idea and our main character is coming to life through the color. Do you like this illustration? Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and burst out into the sky. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. it wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world. That is the end, scholars. And I think you probably know why Miss Jarrell picked this as our first bedtime story. It's because we hope here at PBS that you come up with an idea that changes the world. So scholars, snuggle in your bed, kiss your family goodnight, and know that I'll miss you over spring break, but I'm sleepy now too, so I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, scholars.